Hello, everyone. This is Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from the Double Wide in Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Remember, if you like it. Subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about a federal judge in Lubbock, Texas, a Trump appointee, ruled Tuesday that lawmakers unconstitutionally passed a $1.7 trillion government funding bill in 2022. Remember that was rushed when the Dems were still in power in the House?
Yep.
And the Senate was able to do something where they could bring it to a vote. They used some procedure to do that. So he ruled Tuesday that lawmakers unconstitutionally passed that $1.7 trillion funding. Texas Adjutant General Ken Paxton requested courts block a provision of the bill that gave pregnant workers stronger legal protections. So you're probably wondering, well, that sounds crazy. Why would he block it? So it requires employers to give reasonable accommodations for pregnant workers. The judge ruled that it only applies to state government employees. So Paxton filed the lawsuit because the bill passed the House of Representatives with less than half of the members present. That's the key. So if you recall, during COVID, Pelosi changed the House rules to allow members to vote proxy or from remote locations, right? But it's in the Constitution that you have the quorum clause. We'll talk about that. So the bill was passed weeks before Democrats lost the House to Republicans. It's like 3 weeks. Speaker McCarthy promptly rescinded those House rules allowing proxy voting and remote voting, and once again requiring in-person voting as per the Constitution's quorum clause. So a Supreme Court precedent has always required the presence of lawmakers. So again, this was a workaround.
Is that such a tough thing to ask them to do?
Do their job, right?
Yeah. Be where you need to be to vote.
Yeah. But Dems found a workaround. Why let a good crisis go to waste, right? It was the largest spending bill in U.S. history, passed with fewer than half the members present. The judge also found in his ruling that Texas did not have standing to challenge $20 million appropriated in the bill to fund a pilot program providing case management and other services to non-citizens during immigration removal proceedings. Again, this is more taxpayer money spent on illegals, and it's stuff that's buried and presented a day before you're going to vote on it. 5,000 pages buried in the middle. Right?
Your money.
Your
you,
money.
The taxpayer.
Yes. No more
Our
Monkey
money.
Islands.
My money.
Right. How does this affect the entire bill that was passed into law? Well, you need standing to bring anything to court. Standing means that a party to a suit has a personal and substantial interest in the case and has suffered or will suffer direct injury or harm from the law or action challenged. It's a requirement found in Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution. Standing is. So a party would need to show injury from any part of that bill, and that part of the law causing harm could be ruled unconstitutional if it is. So nullifying the entire $1.7 trillion would jeopardize programs across the federal government, defense spending, health care, veterans programs, all that was in, right? And we were talking earlier before the segment how, well, can it just be all null and void? I don't think so, because of the different things that were passed that are legit.
So, well, okay, so what a concept, right? Let's fund the stuff that is legitimate and put a hold on the stuff that's not.
Well, AGs need to come forward and put a suit together, and they have to prove that their citizens are harmed. That's standing. That's what they have to do. They have to find some part in there, and they have to waste their money by taking it to court and
waste their money to take it to court to stop money that's being wasted.
Because Democrats want to work around the law to enforce their agenda on everyone else. I mean, it's plain and simple as that. It's a lawless party, and they use any distraction possible to obfuscate their failures, just to point to other failures, right? This is exactly why Dems wait till the last hour to bury something in 5,000 pages of text and give you a day to review it, and then shame you so that you don't have enough staffers.
Festivus. That's what we talked about, right? That was our first call.
As long as you give them power, they will continue these successful tactics. It's like Satan. He only has as much power as you give him.
Amen.
That's it. We're now going to pivot to breaking news that occurred today. Ranking Republican, or actually occurred several days ago. We're going to be publishing this on Friday.
This makes me happy.
So, ranking Republican Senator Mitch McConnell announced today that he will step down from leadership in the Senate after the 2024 presidential election.
Too bad he doesn't have time served that he could just step down now. But anyway.
He just got reelected like last year.
Yeah, I know. But just, take a vacation.
2022.
Take a vacation for 6 months or 8 months or whatever.
Furthermore, this will be his last term. He intends to finish his term, which ends on January 3rd, 2027. That decision will set up a leadership election in the GOP conference for several likely candidates. You have Senator John Thune, who's he's the whip. He's the Senate minority whip. And potential successors are John Cornyn from Texas or John Barrasso from Wyoming.
Yeah, not a big John Cornyn fan, but John Barrasso, he's okay, but not a big fan of his either.
So Rick Scott, Florida senator, he challenged McConnell's leadership and he lost 37-10. So this is going to be, well, I don't know that it's going to be a fight, but it's going to, people are going to try and grab that leadership,
It's going to make the political news. It's going to be distraction, just like these things always are.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm glad that old Mitch is stepping aside.
Yeah.
But these other guys that you mentioned here, they're to me, they're not really that much better as far as being hardline Republicans. So we'll see what we get.
Yeah, the votes count. The legal votes count, not the ballot harvesting votes. So,
Right.
Well, we hope they won't count.
Yeah.
So, elections have consequences. You've always said that.
They do. They really do. You need to pay attention. I mean, there's ways to find out about these guys, even if they're not, not in your backyard. There's plenty of information out there that you can find about these guys before you cast your vote for them.
We're not saying the Republican way is the best way.
Absolutely not.
The Democrats have lurched to the left.
I just bagged on at least three fairly well-known Republicans
yeah.
that, you call them Republicans. Sometimes I call them rhinos. We have not been able to get our act together like the Democrats do and stick together.
Yeah, they always stick together.
We have not figured out that game plan yet, and that's a sad deal. Not saying it's always right.
I think it's because they're willing to do anything necessary, immoral or whatever, unlawful.
The power and the glory is that's what they focus on.
Yeah.
And
all right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. We really thank you for joining us, and if you likey, why not subscribe?
Yeah, and let us know those comments, good or bad.
Yeah,
please.
send the comments. We appreciate it.
We really do.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Have a good day. Thank you.